Hey, welcome back to Livin MN Outdoors. I'm Daniel, and thanks for tuning in to this week's fishing report. Before we dive into the report, just want to remind you, if you do use any of the guides or resorts we mentioned in today's fishing report, please let them know that you saw them on Livin MN Outdoors. Also, if you guys would like to be in any of the future fishing reports, you guys can send in your pictures to our Gmail. It's livinmnoutdoors@gmail.com, and we'll get you in the next fishing report. But with that being said, guys, let's dive right into this week's fishing report. All right, this week we're going to start up on Lake Winnie out of the Pines Resort. We were there this past weekend, and fishing was phenomenal. As far as the perch bite goes, the perch are on fire up there. They're really nice this year. Plenty of 10 to 12 inch perch being caught. The depth you can find them in is that 9 to 12 feet of water. Now, we had our best luck on sand and weed mix. I know they are getting them out on some of the shallow humps, but the sand to weeds were the best bite for us. Now, as far as how we were catching them, really, they were biting on just about everything. We were getting them on jigging spoons. We were getting them on tungstens, whether it be with a minnow head, a waxworm. We were even catching them on set lines that had small sucker minnows or fat heads on them. So really, you couldn't go wrong with the perch. I will say that I caught the most big fish on a small tungsten jig with white. I tipped that with a couple of waxworms. I would pound that in the sand, raise it up 6 to 12 inches, and usually I would have a really nice big perch on the other end. Now, as far as the walleye bite goes, they're finding the walleyes in 9 to 12 feet of water, kind of in the similar areas to the perch. Maybe not quite so much up into the weeds, but on the edges of the weeds in those shallow humps, that's where they're finding the walleyes. Now, the walleye bite has been just a little bit tougher. They're still picking them up. It seems like the best color right now is white, or white mixed with green or pink. Tip that with the head of a fat head, or place down a small sucker minnow or a rainbow on a set line, and you're more than likely going to pick off some nice walleyes. Now, as far as the panfish bite goes, there's getting to be more and more panfish showing up every day. They're finding those in the shoreline weeds, 6 to 10 feet of water. Use a small tungsten jig, tip that with some larva or a waxworm, and you might come across some really big bluegill or crappies. Now, as far as the pike bite goes, the pike are kind of everywhere. A lot of smaller pike right now. They are picking up a few bigger ones here and there, but the majority of those pike are in that 24 to 20 inch range. Now, as far as the ice goes out of the Pines Resort, they have a consistent 9 inches of ice. There still is that crack that runs the width of the bay. They have been out there checking it. Guys are able to cross it with wheelers and side-by-sides, but if you're going to cross it, you need to get out, check the area you're going to cross, and be extremely smart about it. Now, that 9 inches of ice, that does run all the way out to the river channel. Just remember, guys, they can only check so much ice, but everywhere they check, they found that consistent 9 inches. But if you're going to stray off the beaten trail, make sure you're out there checking, because it is still early ice and we need to be safe. Now, the Pines Resort, they do have day houses and spear houses out on the lake right now. If you're looking for a spear house or a day house, go ahead, give Chad a call, get that booked. They also have a ton of cabins up on shore. They got a full bar and restaurant, heated fish cleaning shack. They got live bait, whatever you could ask for. The Pines Resort will be there to help your trip be a success. So if you guys are looking to get up to Lake Winnie this coming weekend or in the future, go ahead and call Chad from the Pines Resort. All right, guys, now Zups Guide Service. Zups Guide Service will still be running his ice castles out on Lake Winnie this year. If you guys are looking to book an ice castle for this upcoming ice season, I'm not sure if it will be by Christmas. We can have our fingers crossed there, but his books are filling fast, so if you guys want to get into an ice castle with him, chase some walleye, perch, eel pout, whatever it might be, go ahead, give Scott a call, and get those wheelhouses booked up. All right, now moving over to Leech Lake, Horseshoe Bay Lodge. I talked to Cam and Austin this morning. They've been out working on the ice all morning long. They're finding a consistent 8 inches of ice out beyond the first several humps out in front of Horseshoe Bay Lodge. However, the west side of the lake did experience some heaving and cracking last night due to the cold temps. They were building ice actually pretty fast, and it caused a lot of that ice to break up or crack. Now, by this coming Friday, they should have that all cleaned up. As of right now, they're going to say that they're going to allow walkout traffic. If things go perfect, they may be able to allow ATVs, but you're going to need to stay tuned in to their Facebook page or our Facebook page, and we will update you as soon as they make that call. Horseshoe Bay Lodge, they have a full bar and restaurant. They are running early ice specials on their hotel rooms, $80 a room. They do have cabins. They have onshore camping. Bring your ice castle up, park it. That's $20 a night. And you guys have tons of options for getting up there and doing some ice fishing this coming weekend. Now, as far as the fishing goes, I talked to Austin. He told me you're going to want to hone in on that 15 to 19 feet of water. He said during the day you're going to want to use gold, green, colors similar to that, and then at nighttime you're going to want to switch to a glow red or orange. Tip that with a small sucker minnow or a big rainbow, and you're more than likely going to pick off some really nice walleyes. Now, if you guys are looking to book a wheelhouse later in the season, Only Outdoors, Tanner, he runs a great operation. I know his books are starting to fill up, so give him a call. Whether you're looking for a small group or a large group, he has wheelhouses to accommodate all different sizes. So go ahead and give Only Outdoors a call and get yourself a wheelhouse booked. Now, if you're looking for a guide trip out on Leech Lake this winter, Leech Lake Guide Team LLC, they will be running some limited ice fishing trips, whether it be on Leech Lake or the local lakes to Leech. Whether you're wanting to chase perch, walleye, panfish, whatever it might be, go ahead, give them guys a call and get a trip booked up with them. So if you guys are looking to get up to Leech Lake this coming weekend or in the future, go ahead and call Cam or Courtney from Horseshoe Bay Lodge. All right, now moving over to Mille Lacs Lake, Castles Resort in Isle Bay. They have a good, consistent 9 inches of ice out to the mouth of the bay. They've been expanding their fishing territory. I'll drop a map right here showing the fishable area. All right, now as far as the fishing goes out of Castles Resort, the walleye bite still remains to be pretty consistent. As far as depths for the walleye, that 13 to 17 feet of water has been the best. Now, as far as when those walleyes are biting, right now the best bite is 4 a.m. to 8 a.m., but there is a decent evening bite as well. Now, if you want to go out there during the day and target some of those walleyes, you might need to slide off a little bit deeper, but guys are having success on tip-ups running small sucker minnows. Now, as far as jigging for those walleyes, buckshot spoons, pink and white, green and white, anything perch colored will work. Tip that with a fat head and you're going to catch some really fat walleyes out on Isle Bay. Now, as far as the perch fishing goes, there's no shortage of perch action out there. Anywhere from 11 to 16 feet of water. They're catching a ton of perch. You do have to do a ton of sorting, but there is some really nice perch mixed in. Now, how to catch them? Small spoons, tipped with minnow head or waxworms, otherwise a small tungsten jig with larva or waxworms, or the best way to catch them right now is on a bobber line with a fat head soaking down about a foot off bottom. Now, as far as the northern pike go, 8 to 12 feet of water. They're catching some massive pike out there. I think the biggest one so far that's been reported was 41 inches, but a lot of those mid 30-inch northern are being caught. Best way to catch them, tip up with a sucker minnow, and they're catching those right through the day, and the best bite has been in the evening. Now, if you're looking to get out on Isle Bay, you want to rent a fish house, they do have some wheelhouses and day houses available out on Isle Bay. Now, if you're looking for a wheelhouse you want to rent up on shore, they are renting those out as well. Now, included in the price is bathrooms and showers, your road pass, and electricity. Now, Castles Resort, they also have cabins available. So if you want to stay in something a little bit nicer, go ahead, give them a call, and look into booking a cabin. So if you guys are looking to get up to Mille Lacs Lake out of the Isle Bay area, go ahead and call Jeff or Kimberly from Castles Resort. Alright guys, well that's going to do it for this week's fishing report. Really appreciate you guys tuning in. If you could, hit that like button, follow the channel. We'll be posting these every Thursday morning, so stay tuned. We'll be updating you on Facebook as well, so if you want to go over, check out our Facebook page, give us a follow there as well. We really do appreciate that. Remember guys, if you go out on the ice, pick up your trash. If you see somebody else's trash, go ahead, pick that up too. Be respectful of other fishermen. Don't crowd each other. And most importantly, don't forget to get on out there and get living.